Out from the dumpster. Damn, I felt that one. We are here, back, and ready for some European playoff action in the Frankfurt Majors. This has been pretty hyped so far. I'm looking forward to it. Kyle Guy here with WinteR. And, of course, Gabe, Lyrical. Gentlemen, how are we feeling this bright morning?
Ready to rock and roll.
Ready to rock. I'm feeling it as well. Our first matchup today is going to be Monkey Business versus NiP. Winner of this secures a trip to Frankfurt. Loser goes down to face the Swedes Alliance. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in the draft and let's analyze some Dota, gentlemen. Looking forward to this one. Looks like Monkey Business are going to be opening up with a Tusk and an Alchemist here in response to NiP's early Darkseer. An Alchemist game, gentlemen, that is what we get to start with.
Absolutely wonderful. Should see some high-quality farming, some good farming patterns, hopefully. Anything in particular that you would like to be able to see run at this, Mr. WinteR?
NiP didn't ban anti-mage. Like, I think one of the notes that you were taking before the game started, you were saying that everyone bans anti-mage against Monkey Business.
Yeah.
In the first phase.
They fear the Miracle AM.
Apparently not, letting it go through, and Alchemist as well. So a couple of pretty high-quality farming heroes still in the pool. I feel like if you're taking the Alchemist, though, you're probably not going to go for the AM. That seems like a really greedy start there to me. But they already have the Tusk, and the Spearbreaker is going to be what NiP want to go with. This is a really scary dual offlane if they want to run that, but could also just be there until you get level 2 on the Spearbreaker. That seems like a possibility there.
It was something that NiP ran the other day and was really successful. I think it was against Alliance. So it was really successful for them, and like Gabe mentioned, it's a really good dual lane, Darkseer plus Spiritbreaker, and it's a good hero to continuously pressure the Alchemist with the charge if the Alchemist is in the middle lane. So I think overall the opening from NiP is just really, really solid overall. And Monkey Business, they have a greedy hero, Alchemist, and Tusk is just a really flexible hero. Can be a support, can be an offlane, very useful in terms of in a lot of situations. So just very solid draws from both the teams.
You need something to balance out that Alchemist. If you tend to go way too greedy and let's say for whatever reason they try to put an additional core on top of this Alchemist.
North American games were...
Which is surprising. You'd think that the other team would be like, why don't we just deathball, guys? Let's get a mech and let's push and take towers so they don't have time to respond. Alchemist may get a 11-minute radiance, but he'll have no life to back it up, and they can kind of bull rush, but we didn't see that from America. At least here, Alchemist and Tusk gives you that option that you can still have a strong mid game, even strong early game. So we don't know necessarily how greedy Monkey Business plan to go. But Gabe, you're also saying that Jakiro is a top pick of theirs.
Yeah, you know, Jakiro, they've been able to pick him pretty consistently. 9 picks, 8-1 is the win rate right now, so 81%. A lot of these very early aggressive builds. Also a Beastmaster, a very strong pick that they've been running. 7 picks, 6-1. And it's one of those situations where I feel like this is a draft that to some extent suits them, is trying to be aggressive early. And I'm a little bit surprised to see the Alchemist pick there. Maybe they're going to be trying to be aggressive with their dual offlane as well. If you pick a Tusk Undying, there's certainly a possibility that you could run that as well. And I'm just a little bit curious if they're going to try and amp up the aggression while simultaneously having the Alchemist in the back.
Yeah, it's like we want to cover all bases.
Potentially, yeah.
This is going to be a very, very action-packed game. Just look at the 6 heroes. Everyone wants to keep fighting.
Wonderful.
And from the last game where I saw Monkey Business where they picked Alchemist, they didn't actually put their main carry player, which is Miracle, on the Alchemist. Instead, they actually ran the Alchemist on Big Daddy No-Tail. He started with a Medallion and a Blink. So he was playing a more of initiating a very utility-based Alchemist, and he was also pulling Aghanims for his team.
These are a couple of heroes that could, well, Tusk not so much, but Undying at least.
Just scary ags on that guy.
Yeah,
definitely.
and the Veno ban was also really good from NiP because Monkey Business have been running Veno with their Alchemist a lot.
Do you think NiP could consider something like... Do they need to think that hard about the Alchemist? Now that you see Tusk Undying, I'm sure you quiver a bit for your lanes to make sure you don't get swarmed. But do you also need to keep this Alchemist in check and get something like an AA just so his ultimate can be rendered useless? Or is AA not going to fit already with the synergy that
I
NiP
think
have?
Queen has been a really good response because Queen, you can actually beat the Alchemist in the lane if you get a good start. Because she's one of the few mid heroes that can actually blink past the acid and you can pressure the Alchemist behind when he's trying to harass and get experience and get gold. I think even if you blink past the acid and if he's getting some last hits with the acid, you don't really care too much. The main thing is you want to pressure him out of the experience zone and you keep pressuring the Alchemist, and you need heroes that can control the rune so you can secure the bounty rune. So they have the Spirit Breaker to do that for them. These are the two things you need to do against Alchemist.
Very
Well, you
interesting.
could still go back for that AA now. I mean,
Yeah,
Necrophos
definitely.
in addition to
Yeah.
that regen.
It is really good against these three heroes.
I mean,
That'd
that's
be really
funny.
great.
But side note, real quick, LD, can you please go to sleep? Get out of the chat. He's
Go to
danking
bed.
around the chat, enticing the chat. He needs to be sleeping because he's supposed to be here to replace
yeah, he's
little
taking,
WinteR here.
He's taking over my shift after.
Yeah, so get some rest, you freak. Anyways,
10 seconds
moving on.
remaining.
I'm just saying that now we have a serious amount of sustained power monkey business,
5
and
seconds remaining.
it's definitely feels split down the middle now. Alchemist, Necrophos, you have to be a bit greedy. Both of them have somewhat of an item buildup, but Tusk Undying is more
Yeah.
action-packed.
The only issue I have with A is maybe they're actually considering that as well, because A is really weak at the start. You might actually get swarmed over by the Tusk and Undying. Dazzle is much more secured
Mhm.
in the laning phase. You have much more laning presence compared to Ancient Apparition. It's really nice
10
against the three heroes.
seconds
I'm not going to
remaining.
argue with that. But it has its drawbacks, which the laning phase is the problem against
5
Tusk and
seconds
Undying.
remaining.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering now as well, considering you've got a couple of heroes that I feel like Necrophos can hold his own to some extent. Do you need to throw
Radiant
another
team
support down
double.
there to keep him alive against the Spearbreaker Darkseer? It's a very aggressive lane, but Necrophos is a fairly decent hero.
I
at being
think
able
he
to
needs
sustain.
a bit of help. Otherwise,
Like a Wyvern, maybe?
Yeah, Wyvern could be good.
It's a lot
Wyvern
of
could
heal.
be good for them. But at the same
10
time, I'm wondering if they
seconds
want
remaining.
a support that can actually do more in the mid game. Like,
Yeah.
Wyvern
5
is like
seconds
more like a
remaining.
very babysitting type of, less aggressive. It's more passive reactionary type of a support.
Like proactive.
Reserve
Hey, you want to be
Support.
a proactive support.
Like Lion kind of proactive?
I still think
or-
Jakiro might be able, like
Oh,
even though
yeah.
Jakiro seems
Yeah.
more passive, but it suits their playstyle in the sense that it's more 5-man. Their lineup is now built with the Sigil, Tombstone, Necrophos. They want to push, they want to take towers. Jakiro might still be able to fit in their pool to allow them to actually take down the towers faster, and it's also really tanky with the lineup.
I fear that Jakir, though, who has some disable, I don't think the catch might be quick enough. I feel like I can imagine a Queen of Pain easily being able to slip away from the grasp of a Jakiro, and they're counting on this 5th to add more lockdown. They have some, but it's not super reliable, I feel.
If you worry about that, so you might actually be talking about a support like Disruptor, I guess. More team
Disruptor,
fight, more
yeah.
catch.
That would be really
But
great.
he's weaker in the lane compared to Jakiro.
Yeah.
Jakiro is tanky with the Necrophos.
Yeah,
If you're
what
worried,
about like an Ogre then?
10
You get some
seconds
stun, you
remaining.
get the tankiness, you can zone. Maybe you're going too all in with the melee and the
5
kind of short range,
seconds
close
remaining.
quarter
it's
combat.
possible. It's possible, and you have Bloodlust for the Alchemist.
Oh, that would be nice.
That could be pretty
Reserve
strong
And he's
there.
an Ags candidate, but so
Yep.
is Jakiro.
Yep.
So that's
But
not
I
too
would
bad.
argue that obviously Ogre's Ags upgrade is much more valuable than Jakiro's Ags
What are
upgrade.
you
That's a
talking about?
lot
It
of
goes
luck, yeah.
forever. It's wonderful. You can toss it across their whole jungle.
Big girthy macro pyre. Try to come into our base. Firewalk.
I mean, it's
fool.
cool to have a long range, but Ogre's Ags upgrade is obviously much easier to
Oh my
see
God.
an impact in the game.
Yeah, if you get like even just like a 3 times and a 2 times, which isn't the craziest thing ever.
It's not only that; it's the fact that you can always have a stun because
Yep.
it's like based on your percentage mana, so you can always have a backup
Mhm.
stun.
Well,
They're thinking long and hard about their 5th pick though. That +1 who
It's a tough one. It's a
seems
tough
to be,
one.
the one to probably go hand in hand with this old man Necrophos. I mean, Witch
Ooh.
Doctor. We didn't even think about the Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
Ags candidate. You get your
Yeah.
stun, long range. Able to kind of pinch and poke a bit.
It fits your draft in the sense that they want to push, they want to team fight, they want to take your towers and sustain.
Mhm.
There's a lot of sustain in between. They have
Totally.
4 healers.
I know. Get the AA. Oh
There it
wow,
is.
they're still gonna go back for the AM here.
interesting.
Okay.
So that's kind of like ensuring their late game a little
It's
bit.
not only ensuring the late game, it's the difference of playstyle. Monkey Business are looking to 5-man, they want to push your towers. So NiP has 2 good speed pushers, Queen of Pain and AM. And when you are speed pushing, you want to force the opponents to defend their lanes. And when they're split up, there's a Spirit Breaker charge to actually catch them. So I can see a
Prepare for
very big
battle.
difference in game plan between NiP and Monkey Business right now.
Definitely. Well, we'll see how that ends up working out for them. They're going to need to be able to. Do they have enough heroes that are really going to be able to keep these lanes pushed out? You mentioned here that Monkey Business are going to try and 5-man a whole heck of a lot. Are you going to be able to keep those lanes pushed out with just a dazzle?
that would
and
be
a
an issue. They have
Breaker?
Darkseer, Iron Shell, 1 lane, and I think Queen of Pain probably has to go an early Agalims this game, so you can constantly push out the lanes. And the other thing is like Dazzle has somewhat good pushing out of lanes with the heal as well. So
Mhm.
I think they might actually be able to hold their lanes long enough until the point where Queen of Pain and AM can actually speed push so much that it's very difficult for Monkey Business to find the timing to push.
No early movement here from Jonas to go to the top lane and secure the ward, so he might be in a bit in the dark.
Is the Alchemist going to get the bounty rune? That is the main question.
I mean, look at the emphasis here from
Undying,
Monkey
Witch Doctor.
Business.
He should be able to secure this rune.
Yeah, unless, hey, Limp could do the cheeky
blink?
hide, blink, snatch. Isn't that game where Envy like snagged it with a Queen of Pain?
Yeah.
I think against Alchemist, it's worth it though. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
you can actually
Probably.
get it.
It's
They're
just not just the gold that you get, but the gold change and experience and everything. And
Easy bottle.
looks like they're going to be able to
Yeah.
get this one.
But the thing is, they have Undying and Tusk, like two of the heroes like
The
you don't really want to take a fight with in the first bounty rune.
Oh, definitely not. Their level
way.
1 fight is huge. And they're both really good at being those kind of rune bodyguards. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to have these little powwows
Check
at the
out
river.
his item build on the Alchemist.
Yeah.
Interesting. This is
PMS?
I think might actually help a lot against, because I mentioned Queen is a tough hero for
Mhm.
Alchemist to deal with in the lane. The Poor Man's Shoe is something that he improvised so that he can take less harass from the right click. So we'll see how it actually works out for him.
Do you think that the Queen of Pain here might even be worth it to max dagger to be able to get that
Two
continuous?
points I think is enough. It's sufficient. 2 points should be sufficient in this lane. And the Witch Doctor is going to be there to make sure that the Alchemist gets... I think the level 2 part is really important for the
Oh, yeah.
Alchemist.
Is he got to go
Actually-
right into Acid Spray then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acid Spray is the only way you can actually lane against the Queen of Pain.
Have we seen how Big Daddy likes to build his Alchemist? I mean, is this going to be changed this time? Does he like to go very greedy?
No,
and
I think with
max up the
their,
Greedle's
with
greed?
their lineup, he doesn't
Oh,
really have to-
Aramax
he doesn't
mana
have
break.
blink.
He
Oh,
did that
no!
first
Beautiful,
blood.
beautiful catch right there. Moon gets the trap with the shards. They get him that choke point,
Wow.
and
That
they
was-
punish him for not having the blink.
That was greedy for him to try and... he was trying to mana burn away the Undying's mana pool, but that didn't work out for him.
And the Dazzle wasn't in lane either to be able to help him out
Yeah,
with
he
it.
was dewarding.
It's rough. Rough start there to the beginning.
It's a good heads up from Monkey Business. Kind of seize the opportunity to move in and punish Air there for it. Up and above. Miracle's going to eat a little bit of harassment here from Hanskin, who's kind of running as a duo here with Jonas. It'll be an early pause, but the two of them should be able to kind of hold their own here. Crit's not going to be stopped, though, from pulling the camp. He has the equilibrium to work with. No camp to pull through, so is this a single pull here?
I think so. I think so. It should be a
With
single
Iron
pull,
Shell.
and they just want to get as much experience as possible. So because this lane is difficult for them, they can easily die when it's level 2 on Spirit Breaker and level 2 on the Darkseer. So they have to be very careful. But going back to your question, you were mentioning what does Big Daddy go for this game?
Oh, yeah.
I think with their lineup, he can possibly go for the same build that he went, like just Medallion, Blink Dagger, be their initiator, and they just keep grouping up and push and just pulling Aghanims for his teammates, especially the Witch Doctor Aghanim.
Oh, snowball in
Still
bottom
no blink.
lane. Era again without a blink.
no,
He's going to go
level
down.
1.
Back-to-back takedowns. This AM yet to be level 2.
Oh, that is actually very, very big because his teleport score is still on cooldown. That is massive for Monkey Business. That lead they actually have from the early game with that 2 kills on an anti-mage.
This is a disastrous start right here. It's really going to be a tough
Man.
lane for him throughout the whole course of this because he's
This-
going to be... It's level 3 on Tusk now.
Look
he's
at
still
this
level 1.
Alchemist as well. Because of the Witch Doctor helping out the
12
first few
and
ways,
1.
he's 12 and 1.
Against a queen.
Yeah.
And
that is
going to get the
impressive.
bounty rune bottom again here in a second.
Oh my god, this is a beautiful start for Monkey Business. And they're the team that's got the lineup that's looking to 5-man soon. Probably as soon as they get that first mech together, they're going to go on a party run. And
Oh, Hanskin top lane is just going to get right click. The lucky bounce. One more right click with the death pulse coming out. He should go down here.
he's
getting
slipping
a
away.
little
He
bit
got a
longer.
salve now.
Oh, lucky. Nicely done there. I like this early point in Sadist as well. I feel like Miracle needs to sustain in this lane.
Oh, they're going in. Charge on the old man. They're going to bump him back.
Undying
Ion
sleeping.
Shell. Undying's here now. Oh, beautiful. Solar Up and Fly has just made his presence known. And Jonas doesn't like anything about it, but it looks like he's not going to have a say. 4-0 here. Monkey Business. They had a wonderful breakfast today.
They crushed their off lane and they TP'd to assist their safe lane to beat that aggressive off lane from Darkseer for Spirit Breaker. So overall, Monkey Business has been starting the game so awesomely well right
All
now.
3 lanes.
And even the Alchemist is like breaking even against Queen.
That's
Job
ridiculously
done.
good.
Yep.
And honestly, down here as well, Tusk can sustain in this lane on his own if he wants to until the Undying ends up coming back because he's level 4.
Damn, he has Orb of Venom. They have to be very careful.
He doesn't have any mana, and if he did, I feel like they would just be dead at this point in time. I mean, you have Grave up on Dazzle, but can't Grave both of them. It'd
He
be
should
tough.
be getting a bottle fairly sooner, I think, on the Tusk.
So what's the game plan here if you're NiP? You have a disastrous start.
You have to wait for the level 6 on Queen to make a difference on the other lanes.
Oh, that feels like it's going to be an eternity at this rate. But is only already level 5.5. The problem is what lane does she go to? Where's the importance right now? Is it going to the bottom and giving that space for Era to kind of catch up from his losses at the start, or is it making sure Miracle isn't going to be a?
He just has to make a decision based on what is happening in the game.
Yeah.
Like obviously you try your best to help your lanes as much as you can, but if you see a opportunity arise on the off lane to actually kill the Neko, you actually still take it.
It's so tough though, because he's going to be level 6 pretty soon. Already has level 5, 3 points in Death Pulse. He's got a good amount of sustain, and I don't know. I feel like if they do end up doing that,
They have to get this kill on the Alchemist.
Ion Shelled Handskin running in. Big Daddy already sees it coming. Walks back to the tower. Handskin obviously doesn't want to risk it here, but
solid ward.
his presence will keep Big Daddy back a bit. But that's not the kill. Bottom lane, though, they are rotating in. Here's Limp. He's here with level 6 Sonic Wave. They need to make this work. They're going to go in. Fly's already going to be charged up. Sonic Wave will connect. Pops the wand, and Limp is going to get the kill. So
it's like Moon might be
Another
dead too.
two,
But they
maybe
got
the
a charge
charge
coming
coming
in. I'm going to cancel that off.
Handskin is going to pull off.
That was still a really, really good Sonic Wave. Manages to catch 2, but unfortunately they only have enough firepower to actually get 1 kill there.
The dream would have been taking down both of them, I'm sure,
Yeah,
but
this is actually fine for Monkey Business. A big cooldown expanded, you only lose 1 and you lose the support instead of losing the core, which is the Tusk.
Yeah.
So that is worth it for Monkey Business. It's just a temporary relief for the AM to maybe farm a wave of creep, but overall I think Monkey Business is really happy of not losing 2 heroes there.
And they haven't shut down this Alchemist still. I mean, he's still doing it really, really great. Top of the CS as well as top of the net worth, 3,500. Is going to probably be able to sustain throughout most of this early game here. I don't really see them being able to take him down without Queen ulti.
Do we see stats for the Alchemist?
Yeah. 3 stacks soon to be by the Witch Doctor on the hard camp, 2 on the medium camp as well.
that's gross.
Hasn't stacked up any of the
Here comes the
ancients yet.
Darkseer though. He wants to steal the camps.
Easy Ion Shell means easy. Golden Crit's like, what the hell are you doing here? Get away. This isn't for you.
Spirit Breaker's here as well, so he's going to be able to be okay.
Yeah, this is crucial. This is a big move by NiP. Stealing the stacks on the Alchemist.
Oh, pause will come out. I think they know what's happening here. But Jonas has already begun Grand Theft stacks here. Is there going to be a response, you think, from Monkey Business? Is it even worth their effort? Clearly, Big Daddy's already putting priority in going down to the
I
bottom
think
bounty rune.
the only hero that can actually help them out right now is the Tusk, but I don't think Tusk has enough mana, right? The last time I checked, he was quite low on mana. Not sure if the Tusk would be able to.
And they're
help
pinging
them
the
out.
hell out of this. Like,
Yeah.
guys, this is happening
This
right
is
now.
worth the risk. Even if Darkseid dies for the camp, it's worth it.
They're beelining it there. Fly's coming in. And Crit is just going to try to clean up.
I think he got 3 of the creeps there. I saw 3 of the creeps.
Oh, look at this committed charge in. Hanskin, though, not going to have this Iron Shell, but might get lucky with some bumps. Limp also steps up, and Hanskin's going to be able to pick up that kill. Now they look to Fly. They got to get rid of this Tombstone. Tombstone will go down. Limp eats some right clicks, but will be able to bounce away from trouble. Hanskin wants the man mode here, but under the acid spray, eating a lot of damage. He is charging out, and he is going to make a clean getaway here. Have to say, that's a good boost for NiP. After that struggling start, they are creeping their way back into an even playing field.
While that was happening, Necrophos actually tried to take out the Darkseer at the side with the Reaper side, but wasn't able to get the kill on the Darkseer. So overall, they stole the stack, and they only lost what? No, they didn't even lose anyone. Queen of Pain actually TP'd out.
Yeah,
so it was a clean exit for them.
So they're getting close back to this game even, though, you could still make the argument that Monkey Business are still getting so much. I mean, Big Daddy, we saw him get another bounty rune, now 41-2, top of net worth by a good margin.
Really comfortable.
2,500 gold already in his back pocket here.
I mean, they're definitely turning it around on NiP, but it's still going to need to be that pressure on the Alchemist. They were able to make it happen by taking the stacks there, and it's just sort of a constant game that you have to play of being able to shut him down over and over again, because if you leave him alone for any sort of significant amount of time, then you're going to end up being able to just, he's going to get his Radiance.
It seems like it's a Radiance rush from Big Daddy.
Yeah, he's holding a lot of that gold.
I think it's understandable considering their lineup. Like you guys mentioned, it's him doing mainly the carry job. They have a safe lane Necrophos, so Alchemist has to be doing a lot of carry duty this game instead of trying to be more of the utility guy. When we see the Alchemist being played as a utility guy, usually you see another safe lane core that deals a lot of right click damage.
They got an old man.
Old man.
Necrophos here.
Looks like they're going to be using the Sonic Wave, hopefully up top here as well.
Oh, they might be able to break the old man's hip if possible.
Spear Breaker's here with Ion Shell as well. They're actually backing out though. I think this is really good game sense. They recognize nobody else is over in the lane, and they don't end up spying them. This ward, I don't think, caught anybody over there. So just game sense all about. Bottom lane, they are going to be able to get the Walrus Punch down on top of Era. I don't think they have enough to bring him down, though.
We'll see, though. They're actually going to run across a Seal Kid instead. The Seal Kid's on the run.
Tombstone down.
Looks like he's going to be able to make it away. Committed Tombstone, shards out, and no kill here. Mid lane, Hanskin. How's it going? See ya. Doing a quick drive-by.
Just going to make its way on out of there like nothing happened.
His presence, though, he's all over the place. Kind of can keep Monkey Business a bit irritated as far as being able to keep in check where this bull is going to be coming from next. Right now, though, Big Daddy's like, I'll deal with this double set of camps here, trying to pull through. And take his business bottom. Is it already going to be tier 1 push time here for Monkey Business? Step back into smoke?
I'm not sure. They might want to wait until they end up getting Radiance.
I think they're just going to be farming most of the time. They're going to be just being more passive until they have the Radiance.
Stun on the Handskin.
From downtown, Big Daddy gets the connection, follow-up shards, and Snowball here. And without a dazzle around, Handskin's going to be going down.
Oh, they have Sonic Wave though.
Yes, they do.
Oh, kills
them. They got Alchemist
Double
down.
damage.
That's top net worth being
Jumping
dropped.
forward,
Lip,
double
and
kill.
look at him go. Lip is now just cleaning house. He's going to get a third one here. Or not. Doesn't commit
11
for it.
HP.
He's going to go down.
Yeah, he's going to go down. He doesn't have the blink. Oh, double kill for Fly.
What a play, though.
Who gets the
Queen of
most
Pain.
out of that kind of exchange here? Does look like a slight nod to NiP.
Undying got a lot of experience though, so he's almost level 7, which is what you need for Undying. You just need to be level 7 and you want to use your Tombstone and keep taking towers.
The other thing there as well was that Alchemist Big Daddy, he was actually at Relic at that point, and he wasn't able to buy out. So they took him back down. He's still going to be able to get there pretty quickly, but slowing down that Relic at any given point in time is so huge to being able to contain this Alchemist.
Yeah, that's why sometimes you actually see players when they're actually going to get ganked when they are going through the Relic phase, they actually, before they die, they buy the Radiance recipe, so you lose as little gold as possible.
Got to give NiP some props. Talking about one of the worst starts I've seen in a while. Taking down Era twice before even getting to level 2.
Yep. Like I mentioned, they were counting on the Queen to actually pull them back into this game. And she did.
Doing it. She got the party started with that one kill in the bottom lane. Then they had the committed charge top. And they're holding their own now in all these skirmishes.
And if you look at it, like the Alchemist, he's only 2k ahead at this point, which is still significant, but for an Alchemist, it's relatively contained. I feel like he has been able to sort of do what they've been able to do what they needed to do for NiP so far.
Honestly, he didn't go for the most greedy build, which is not even getting a point in stun and just max the Grills build.
Yeah, all
So
together.
his slower Radiance timing is kind of expected because he went for this build. But overall, it's not too big of a deal. It did secure them a couple of kills with the stun.
I mean, imagine if he maxed Greevil's greed. Their stacks were not stolen.
Yeah, that would be the
It
dream.
could have been almost record-breaking at that point, but
That would be the dream.
NiP took those measures, rid of the stacks. Haven't been able to stop him from getting those bounty runes, but they did get that kill, so it slowed him down a good couple of minutes, which every minute counts against an Alchemist.
So the Darkseer is also has quite good net worth compared to the rest of the heroes. So the mech already completed actually on the Darkseer.
Yeah.
Wow.
And does he have a good team fight, though? Bottom lane, they're pushing into this tier 1. I don't know if NiP are going to consider defending it, but with only level 1 vacuum, and might be still too sticky. It looks like they'll get their own trade, though. Top tier 1 to drop.
Yeah, I don't think they want to be fighting too much right now because AM still needs time to catch up. They want to just buy as much time as possible. At the same time, they want to slow down the Alchemist if possible.
Speaking of greed, they also have on Miracle a Midas recipe, and he's bringing his on out to him as well. So going for an early Midas across the board, just very, very greedy builds.
Yeah, it seems a bit contradictory to what they would want to do in this game.
But I think Necrophos is the similar case with
Not a mech
Brave
for
King.
him?
With Brave King, where you want to get levels as much as possible. The other day, he went for the same build. He went for the Midas, then he went for a dagger, then he went back for the mech. After that,
all right.
I guess the other thing there as well is that if you are going to be 5-manning, you can become a little bit anemic in the later game, not being able to have those
maybe
levels.
they want the mech on the Undying.
Yeah, someone else can get the mech. They still have the Voodoo Restoration, which looks like he's been maxing up. Notice that Crit's not putting anything at all in the Maledict.
Yep.
So he's
Fits their draft though.
getting a lot of sustain just so that they could do these kind of pushes here. We'll secure tier 1s. But I don't think NiP are going to be shaking in their boots at all until high ground pressure's coming. They have plenty of time in this game to work with if they want to continue to get Era as swole as possible. He's already got Perseverance and nearly the next component for the battle.
Is the queen going for orchids?
Yes,
or
she
agonies?
is.
She
We're
is.
good.
It looks like one Oblivion Staff already done and in the works for the second.
So far everything's still looking okay for NiP. They've been getting fair trades overall so far. AM has been doing a lot of catch up. The only thing right now they need to do is maybe they have to try and get a kill on the Alchemist. But here is already finished his Radiance, so a kill on the Alchemist right now doesn't really slow down the Radiance anymore, which is the most important part of his build.
And now the farming begins.
Now the real farming.
Exactly. It does look like the NiP is going to be content to push on down tier 2 towers, so they're not necessarily doing a ton of farming on the AM.
Bottom lane.
Bottom
They're
lane,
gonna be able to
Jonas
catch him.
gets hit with a coconut, looking to surge away from trouble. First rotation is going to be limp. There goes the scythe, just locking him in place. He's going to pop the mech and be fine. Big Sonic wave to fly out. Miracle in a bit of trouble, but look at the turnaround. They've committed now for limp, baiting him, coaxing him into a fight, and they're going to punish the Queen of Pain.
Very
Well,
nice.
that is heavy losses there for NiP. They committed a big cooldown again, not getting anything and losing her life.
Did they
Not
see that all those people were behind?
He
the-
probably didn't expect so
the
many
Crowfoes?
heroes, and he
Yeah.
wanted to burst down, but the sustain was... He almost killed 2 heroes, but the Death Pulse plus the level 2 Voodoo Restoration actually made everyone survive there, so it was really crucial for them to actually have that victory there. Maybe a Roshan might be a secondary objective after this tower.
Top
Look at the
lane, by
fog,
the
it's
way.
a bounty
Era
that's
is all the
waiting.
way up here at the tier 3 tower, just beating away at it. Like,
I think they can go for Roshan fairly soon with the Acid Spray. They just need to make sure they take care of their lanes and move into Roshan at a comfortable time.
Yeah. And that's just what NiP need to do as well. Split pressuring
Yeah,
a bit.
just
They got to
split
pull
pressure.
this death ball apart because it's probably what we might see here soon from.
And
Monkey.
Moon is going to have a dagger to be that, he's going to be in charge of catching out those heroes that are trying to stay close. A Blink Dagger is a really crucial item in this game. Maybe even a Shadow Blade at some point, Blink Shadow Blade, to catch out the Queen and the AM.
could be worth it later also to be able to build that into a Silver Edge,
Yeah.
just to be able to, take away that spell shield from the AM as well.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. I mean, if they're able to get that one catch, the second that Monkey Business have that numbers advantage,
Oh no.
they could push
Someone
in.
is
But
getting caught.
yeah, Miracle in the jungle here. Man, he got wrecked right there. Just bumped right
Very
back through the
quickly.
wall. He goes down pretty vicious from NiP, but very necessary.
Well, when we answered our question a little bit, are they going to be able to keep the lanes pushed out? And it seems to some extent like it's having a little bit of difficulty. When you send on back Miracle to be able to do that, you leave them a little bit open for ganks as well.
That is why I talked about the pick where they have a Spirit Breaker. So whenever this situation happens and they have a ward, Spirit Breaker is just going to be that hero that allows for that pick off to happen. Right now, Monkey Business wants a pick off of their own on Era.
Oh, will they be able to get it? There's a
Oh,
He went right
surprise!
into the tube. They played that out beautifully, and Era's going to go down.
Really well played there.
Surprise!
Wonderfully done. They had the ward to see if Era was already pulling back. So it was by deduction, they're like, he's in this corner. Let's cover both sides, man. And he had nowhere to run.
And get the kill, defend your towers. Like making sure that NiP don't get anything in return after that happens. So well done by Monkey Business. Right now, they just need to find the next objective, which is, I feel, for the Roshan factor. They need to just secure the Aegis on the Necrophos. I don't think the Alchemist actually needs it that much.
They do have drums up now as well on Miracle, so a little bit of extra HP, movement speed, all of those auras.
Yeah,
to
so
get that
I guess
started.
Someone else getting the mech.
I guess the Undying is going to be the one getting
Yeah,
the
because
mech.
you could just get the Greaves,
Yeah, it's still really nice because at some point, the Queen's going to have Orchid, and having the Greaves on the Undying could be a really good
yes.
tool to actually remove the silence.
They do have the medallion up on the Witch Doctor as well now.
Rosh is soon. Rosh is really soon for them. They have total map control.
Oh,
they
yeah.
took they took the bottom tier 1 and the middle tier 1, so Rosh is just anytime they want to.
We do still have Spear Breaker as well as Darkseer up in this top lane, continuing to press it out. So it does become that little bit of difficulty that we've been talking about here. And already a little bit of damage on the tier 3. I don't think that they need to worry that much about being able to... Like, this is how we saw this last time. They ended up being able to catch out Miracle, but he's playing it a little bit more safe now.
Yeah, and they managed to actually remove the ward that actually granted the kill and the vision to the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah. So defensive wards up for Monkey Business right now. As they gather and wait back, they have Moon with his Blink Dagger here. They want to smoke and they want to make a debut with it.
I'm not sure if they want Rosh or they want to get a kill here.
Ultimate Orb on Alchemist, something to think about.
Easy bounty.
Yep,
And then a segue right into the Roche. Plop the Sentry.
Necrophos is not here, so I guess they probably want to give the Aegis to the Alchemist.
It's a bit of a weird hero to give it Aegis
Yeah,
too.
because if you die without your ultimate,
yeah,
you respawn.
it's
you're
a
gonna-
low cooldown, so maybe if you're heading into the fight with an early chemical rage,
I
you
mean,
might
it
have a
dep-
secondary one.
It
But
depends though. If you get
that's
caught out,
banking on dying.
yeah, if you get caught when your ulti is up and you die and you revive, you're still gonna die again if the situation is already lost for your team.
Looks like they're going to try and push out this bottom lane while this is all going on. But Easy Roche out there for Alchemist. He's going to TP to the bot lane now as well. Just right over that edge. Didn't want to get caught out. But Blink Dagger is going to be the option next on Necro. He's been able to farm pretty significantly.
Yep.
8,700 net worth on him currently.
Midas paying off.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna be waiting for that juicy present from KoTL.
Do you think he's first priority?
I think
mean,
so.
that's huge.
Witch Doctor or Necroforce is
Yeah.
very, very big Aghanim's upgrades.
That being said, we're going for the Manta style up on Big Day No Tail. So
The Naga buildup.
Yep.
going to do it.
Do you think he goes all the way Octarine next too, and then
Octarine,
Eggs? God, that's so disgusting.
Those 3 items and you start to pull eggs for your team, and you can even argue that the Undying Sex is also should be really potent. But he should be the one that has least priority compared to
I
the
agree.
Necroforce and the Witch Doctor.
You mean Walrus Kick isn't top priority in this game?
That's
Winter?
my top
Sure.
priority.
Why not just pick Earth Spirit?
Oh yeah. See, he's the poor man's Earth Spirit right now.
Exactly.
He can use that blink to blink in and kick someone out from their base.
I love
I
it.
want to see it. Right now, though, we also have to think of what NiP need to do. Is it stalling away from fights and split pressuring?
Same game plan. Solve for fights, just
Yeah.
split push, because right now it's difficult to engage even. Before that it was already difficult with the Tombstone plus the Sigil. Now they have the Aegis, so there's no reason for them to try and force a fight. Their game plan would always remain the same. Split push, try to get pick off with Handskin, and just try to secure as much farm as possible on the AM and the Queen.
So this is my question a little bit then. It seems like it might have been a little bit more solid to be able to pick up the Aghanim Scepter on Limp, considering you want to keep these lanes continuously pushed out, or is it the Queen of Pain who's also going to be part of these gank attempts?
I think he's going to focus on getting maybe a BKB next. Then Aghanims, since he didn't go for it as his first item, it's kind of hard for him to go for it later. I think Aghanims is an item you want to pick up as early as possible. He probably doesn't want to go for it anymore.
Radiant's top tower is under
But
attack.
you can argue Aghanims is actually really good for how they are actually executing their game, because you can continuously spam out the waves with your ultimate.
Looks like they are going to start pushing for objectives here. Monkey Business will lead off with a secured tier 1 tower. But now with Aegis in hand, imagine they're going to just keep this party going, try to get down some tier 2s, and look to restrict the comfortable farming area that NiP can still put together.
Just runs up to him.
That's a bit ambitious there, Mr. Daddy. He'll walk back, have a taste of his own medicine, but will not be punished for it. And we'll be able to continue to push and add pressure down the mid lane as the pressure
Yeah.
continues from the top.
This is like the issue I see if he didn't go for Aghanims. There's no one that can actually go to the lane, spam a spell, push out the whole wave. Everything is like slow damage with the Iron Shell and the Dazzle heal, so they don't have that instant spell that can push out the wave. That's why I was suggesting that the Queen actually needs to go for Aghanims this game as her first item.
Looks like she might be going for it now, if not a BKB.
It's probably a BKB, because usually the build-ups of Queen, if you go
Point.
Orchid, you would go BKB next.
Uh,
Because she needs the BKB this game very badly against all the disables.
Let's see if it's going to be enough. Top lane looks like they made a jump onto Handskin here, and he is out. See you later. 70 seconds. Going to be put
30
on the
seconds
sidelines.
extra saves
frustrating.
Miracle. 30 seconds extra for you, Handskin.
Why don't you go think about that while it's going down?
Penalty box.
Some more right clicks on the tower here, as well as using that Midas on cooldown consistently to be able to pick on up the regen rune on Tusk. This is actually, it's starting to get more and more scary, the push that you're getting. This is only 3 heroes right now, and it doesn't really
Yeah.
look like...
This just feels like it's now Monkey Business taking their hand and,
And
just
if
slowly
you,
gripping
if you
around
see
the
how
neck
they
of
were
NiP.
pushing as well, Moon wasn't showing him face all the time when they were pushing the tower. So it actually prevents the other 2 lanes from pushing out. So Era and Queen of Pain was like, they didn't feel comfortable pushing the lanes when they couldn't see Moon, because Moon is the primary ganker with the blink. So that was really well executed by Monkey Business.
Soul Booster going to be picked up on Alchemist now as well, so I guess we got his answer going straight for that Octarine.
Is he
Not
even an
wanting to do
Alchemist?
it.
Naga, I sense Naga.
It's a
It
good
really
point.
is, right? Look at this.
Yep. So right now they saw the Tusk with the ward in middle lane, and they are pushing up bottom. So now Tusk TP's bottom. They might still want to go for the last hit here, because
There it is.
He's alone.
Oh,
He's gonna go
snowballed.
get it.
He
Get
does
out.
get it,
Done.
and he's got to go. Do they have the catch? doesn't look
Nah,
like
he
it.
should be fine. And Neko is actually building the catch item. He's gonna go for
Sheep.
the sheep, yeah, which is
Very,
the
very
right
cool.
choice here.
Yeah.
Looks like they got a charge off on the Alk, but they're going to cancel that out. He actually was just bold as brass up on the high ground, hitting away at the
Drain
tower.
done.
Yeah, this is silly. This is just silly right now. 1,900 net worth. Oh my god. Yeah, he just finished that soul
That's
booster
crazy.
too.
I don't know. NiP really needs some time. I just don't know if they're going to be able to get it here. Like I said, just this is monkey business. I feel like fitting up the noose right now for NiP.
I mean, they still have vacuum wall for their high ground, for that one high ground
Yeah,
defense. They
yeah.
have to make things
There's
work.
the Hail Mary play.
Yeah. Vacuum wall into Spirit Breaker charge. Not something you say too often.
With an Ion Shell.
But the thing is, you've got like this Blink Dagger
Sure,
up on
why
Necro.
not? Iron Shell.
You can just jump forward and scythe somebody, I feel like, at this point in time. Like,
Yeah.
this itemization is really great, I feel like, for being able to
I
break
mean,
high ground.
For them to break the combo, they need to make the first move. So either Tusk or the Necrophers should blink up when they are confident, remove someone out of the equation, and then you're good to go to push the towers. Because I feel that even though they have the lead they had right now, NiP with one big combo, there's still hope for them. They could pull the game back with one big combo.
Yeah, for them, they'll probably hang back in the base, maybe even smoke just to make sure they can be
and right now the
hidden
lanes
away.
are all pushed out, so they're doing the right thing. They are trying to delay as much as possible.
How do
So
you beat
here we go,
this?
Aghanims. Alchemist.
First one. He's going for it. Jump forward, Walrus Punch. Catches onto the Dark Seer now as well as Reaper Scythe
30
coming
seconds
down.
for you, my friend.
7 seconds. Have fun. Go to the bathroom. Go get a drink.
So who is
We'll see you
lining?
later.
Reflect on your life
Who's lining up
choices.
on the Aghanims upgrade?
It's got to be Necro first, then Witch Doctor, and
Yeah.
then
I like
and
Undying.
then Undying, and then
Tusk?
Tusk.
Are you sure?
First, Alchemist gives himself an Ags for stats, and then goes to Tusk.
It is going to be a BKB up on the Queen of Pain now as well, so
They're going to get a jump on the Big Daddy here. Not a close TP. So it looks like they'll be able to bring them in the beast.
Should be fine.
He has
Manta
his
walks
ulti
away.
now.
He wants to
Not
party.
even close to dying.
this is so
Look at this. Just
terrifying.
all of his health back. Now he's like, I'm just going with my team. Back in mid lane.
now. Jeez. Like, they don't even care. The charge, they're all on the other side
They're
of the
not
map
ready to
now.
go. They were not ready to have a defense.
Buyback.
Doesn't look
Good
like it
discipline
matters.
play. Buyback and back. No overextending, no doing anything funny. They just want to make sure they gain something, they back off, they take care of the lanes, they make sure Era doesn't get any speed push going, chatting the racks, and everything very methodical and thought out for monkey business.
It's like they've done this a million times. Just very impressive. And it looks like Tusk might be going for Deso as well, just to increase that tower
Yeah,
damage
his
potentially.
job is to basically remove those rats on the field, so Desolator blink. Why
Yep.
not?
Boom. And Alchemist almost has his first Aghanim Scepter now as well. He actually does have it, and he's getting it brought out to him.
We just talked about how this guy's building an Ags, and he has it. And since then, he was even in a little bit of a scuttle in that top lane, but he still found time to bring in the farm fast.
This is ridiculous. He has 10k net worth plus above the
There is
AQ
always
mage.
time for Alchemist to farm. Alchemist,
It's crazy.
you always have time for
Mid lane
farm.
Moon Meter actually gets taken out there. The Orchid making its use, but feels like that's not the target they need to be able to gank right now at this point in time. Alchemist, Aghanim's up.
Dyer's courier also
Necrophos?
goes down.
Did he give it to Neko? But
Not seeing it
Nope,
yet.
not yet.
no, he gave it to someone else.
No, it's in his.
Oh, he
it's
still has it.
There it
Who's
is.
getting- Oh, he gave it
Let's
to
go.
Miracle.
On the
Miracle's
Necro.
got it. They smoke up.
Oh,
They're going to go. And then
anti-mage.
look at the delete Era from
They
the
have-
game.
They have a hex right on.
Oh, this could be it. He'll be out for so long if they're able to finish him off. He
Whoa.
doesn't even want to
What?
Reaper Sight to lock him in place. He wanted to make sure it would
Nah,
eliminate him from
He
the game.
went into too early.
Oh,
Witch Doctor wasn't able to follow up with a.
He got
a
way too excited.
Coconut bound. Yeah.
Like, I got an Ags now.
He's got
Gotta get in there.
18k net worth right now. Miracle does with that. It's ridiculous. He has a Scythe, Aghanim Scepter, drums. Like, that's the other thing about this as well, is that yes, Alchemist farmed as all heck, but because he's went for this crazy build in terms of the ability to farm, everybody else is going to start to be able to have the same thing.
I guess the one nice thing is, like, let's say the dream comes true for MIP and they do one hell of a high ground defense, they're going to get a huge purse for it. Like, the net worth advantage Monkey Business have right now is glorious. But look at this commitment in. They're looking to go for Fly. They're going to get him, and they're going to get a Tombstone. So let's see if that effect's already taking play or not. This is going to be counting a Tombstone, a Tier 1, and Fly going down.
It's still probably the most invaluable target that they
Yeah,
can
it's
kill
the
though.
lowest net worth on their
Low.
whole team, unfortunately.
Jeez. 15k net worth roughly at this point in time. He is just, it's a monster at this point. Like, I think one of the problems that people were thinking was going to happen with Alchemist feeding Aghanim Scepters to people was that it was going to disrupt his own farm. But with this build, if you're able to get to this point, it doesn't matter anymore because you just farm so quickly that there is no disrupting your farm. He's almost got another Aghanim Scepter.
I think the argument is like you don't want to put your net worth too much, you know, because when you die you give away so much. So by pulling it to your teammates, you actually help reduce the risk that when you die you give away a lot.
But that's only if these Aghanim Scepters aren't good, because at this point you get all the stats from it. You get all of the benefits of having the Aghanim Scepter.
The ulti orb.
So second person in line, Mr. Witch Doctor.
The beach doctor.
What the hell is this game even? He's so much money.
Wait, did he already give it to him?
No, almost.
He has it in 100 go.
Oh.
It's like 2 minutes. What?
Yep.
2 minutes ago, he just gave one to.
I was gonna be like, wait.
He already has the point, but now he has it. He has it.
Oh my god, this is crazy. And there's nothing much NiP can do about it. They're not a team that can go on the offensive. They want to stall too.
Yeah, it's because their lineup is based on stalling as well. So Monkey Business with the Grievous Greed. I'm gonna stall if you want to stall. They're getting way more out of the map.
Oh, sheep onto Era. I don't know if they have enough though. That's gonna be a surge forward 4 staff.
He goes in too fast again. Like his team is just so far behind.
Miracle's just, you know, he's that youthful pub star kind of a kid. He doesn't like the kind of gameplay where he has to wait around for everyone to get ags. I want to go now.
He needs to be taught that patience is a virtue.
Oh.
Yes, I agree.
So Alchemist
Wise
actually
Winter.
ended up going for a Reaver instead, not going for that Aghanim Scepter.
Oh wait, who?
The Alchemist ended up going for a Reaver. So he didn't end up finishing off the Aghanim Scepter
He
quite
changed
yet.
his mind.
Yeah.
He changed his mind.
The Witch Doctor's like, dude,
What the hell happened, man?
What about me? Come on, man.
Oh, he used his charge.
And top lane,
Glimmer Cape.
Skin gonna get hit. Glimmer Cape.
Oh. Oh, sheep last second.
This
Jesus.
time Miracle's like,
no.
screw you and your patience.
Yeah.
75 seconds, not coming back.
This is very, very disheartening if you're NiP right now. Like, they are at such a deficit. And honestly, like, the plan is potentially to wrap, but you can keep these lanes pushed out continuously, considering you got Boots of Travel as well as that Manta up. It's just very difficult to think about them coming back at this point. What's the play if you're NiP right now?
It's just the same play overall, I think.
Yeah.
Split push, find a pickoff with maybe Abyssal at some point when your AM goes to that point. But before that, it's going to be tough because right now they don't have a Hex on Queen. Queen has only Orchid. Orchid is not so reliable at catching up. They have to rely on the charge.
As the game goes on, I can't help but feel like it will be more on NiP's chances of taking this game back would be an execution error from Monkey Business. Like, there's almost, they're going to be so farmed up that there's little room to cause error.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I feel like it's still not all hope is lost. They have the combo. So
Wall does scale as they get better.
And they do not have
Yeah.
they do not have BKBs on any heroes on Monkey Business. It doesn't seem like anyone is building BKB.
All right.
So as long as there's no BKB, the vacuum wall could still be a game changer.
No pressure there, little Darkseer.
Not at all.
Sure, no pressure.
Jonas.
He's going for refresher.
It's like if I miss the first one, I'll have
Is
the second one.
is this a good Lotus Orb game?
Lotus
It's a
Orb
potential.
for purging capabilities. I don't. What if he Reaper Sights himself?
Exactly. That would be
God,
pretty
oh my
solid.
God! If that happens, I would die laughing.
I will say that Witch Doctor now has his Aghanim Scepter as well. So after going for that Reaver, he farmed up another 3,000 gold.
Oh, is that all?
I think his
Another bounty
complaints
road.
were hurt. His complaints were hurt.
I want an Aghanim Scepter. Did he also finish the heart? No.
No, not
Okay.
quite.
Almost.
I would have been
Almost.
Yeah, he's
like, if he
pretty
does
close.
now. Oh my God.
We'll also say here that the Necropho's been farming really well as well. Only 3,000 gold behind it. Well, split that a
He's
little
building into an Octarine called the Necrophos.
bit, which is devastating. Oh, Era, this might be the time. They end up
Again,
catching him.
please.
This time though, he
Okay.
doesn't go too early. He has a team behind him. Bye.
Oh, that's a
Grave!
The grave.
Oh,
Silk Kid, you're my man.
what a play.
Man,
They're both
he
going to
gets
get out.
Man, what a play.
Oh.
He was in a position where they had no vision of him and they couldn't stun him or disable him. So that was a really, really good positioning by Silk Kid.
Blade
Hands
Mail.
down. That was the best Dazzle play we have seen. the whole
That's
event.
ridiculous. I can't believe it.
The Alchemist is going for Blade Mail now.
What?
He has a Blade Mail.
Huh?
Hey. Blade Mail.
Well,
Mhm.
I mean, I guess it does damage.
Doing the Wraith King effect.
my
Oh,
god.
moving in for Jonas here. Gets the stun. Limp shows up. Big Daddy doesn't like that. He's going to pop his ult and hightail it out of here. Or not. Come back.
Wow, it's very unusual for him to go back for a lower tier item right now as the Alchemist.
Uh-oh. They get the stun onto Jonas. He doesn't like this. Lots of burn damage. Looking to retreat. Already uses the surge. Can't get away. Can't blink out. Goes into a snowball. Will go down. Moonbanner's going to be picking up that one. Monkey Business. Continue to pull ahead.
Very, very solid execution overall for Monkey Business.
Yeah.
Not making too many mistakes and just very, very good team play.
They keep on just tossing out these stuns over and over again. Just like whenever they see
They
somebody.
can't do anything about the Alchemist without the...
It's
the
like once they get to this point, there is a very minimal chance that things could go wrong. I mean, you got to give props to NiP again. Terrible start for them. They continue to still hold. They know when they can recognize when pushes are coming. They're trying to split the pressure up as much as possible. You see Era already cutting down this mid lane. Problem is that they're already knocking at the base door here. It's time for the dream, and they don't have their Darkseer for 30 seconds.
They want to take a trade. I think that's the best move they can do. They have AC picked up on the Queen, so this will allow them to actually push a lot faster.
Yep.
They just need to wait for the wave. But Alchemist is going to take 2 lanes, maybe?
Yeah, he is so farmed right now, and he's just taking
He's
it down.
doing more work than his whole team is on bottom lane.
But he doesn't have an AC though.
That's
No,
a
he
good
does
point.
not.
He has a blade now.
Blade. I mean, why?
Why would he?
I mean, you
I
saw the
don't know.
BKB up
Beats
on
me.
Queen too. Oh,
Man, his team is stuck in a bad position here.
Back. Okay, Handskin still alive and well. They're going to be able to heal him up here. Double bump back. Miracle could be going down. He's going to get popped.
The Witch
Doctor-
Doctor!
the
The
Witch
Witch
Doctor,
Doctor!
so
Look at
much
it go!
Oh, he's on the high ground. They can't do anything about it. He's way out from the distance here. It looks like it's going to do a wealth of work. Dazzle's going to be going down in exchange for Moon. They'll have to step back.
oh, there's the Reaper's Scythe on the Unison.
See you.
See you later. That was the...
Last great hope at the
And
Darkseer.
Alchemist battling Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage? Anti-Mage behind.
Oh,
He's
way
on
back
big.
here. Era, get away from the base.
No.
Trying to draw attention
Oh,
away.
he's going to the creep.
Oh, I didn't get it. Era killed it.
Oh,
Still chasing him, though.
high level plays.
Big Daddy's like, I'm not going to chase that little mouse anymore.
That's probably a good play.
Man, Creed was the hero of that fight. The Witch Doctor. That's why you give him the agony inside wait. You
Yeah.
don't wait.
Yep.
That's crazy.
His complaints were well reasoned.
founded. Well, this is going to be the last barracks here. Ooh, 20 HP. That's dead in a second here. The bottom lane already gone.
This is more or less
Yeah,
going to be
50
game.
seconds without a Darkseer. And you're hoping for a big mana void, I guess, in 5 seconds.
Big mana void. Necrophos?
Hit the crit, hit crit, or
If only
Necrophos.
Necrophos has no mana.
They're like, get in there, make Miracle use mana or something. They're going to fly for the backliners first. Fly is going to be very low on mana here, but they've been able to turn around the
Oh,
limp.
the-
Not enough
the
to take
grave.
him down. That Grave continues to do work and saving him, but only delaying the inevitable. Just look at the slaughter begin in the back.
Doesn't have mana for the mana void.
Oh, cheeky mana split, but it's not going to be happening. Quickly buys back, gets his butterfly, and this is the all or nothing play from NiP to try to defend this game. Number 1, Limp commits on in, gonna get uppercutted there, even through his BKB. Moonbanner looks to chop him on down. Handskin, re-engaging, charging way on through, looking to go for Miracle here. He might be bumped back, he might be going down. There's the mana void, good damage, but doesn't seem to be enough. It looks like they're gonna be able to take down Limp, who will have to buy back. Handskin's gonna be going down, no buyback for him. Era's gotta get the hell out, or otherwise he will be a dieback. Snowballed, uppercut, see you later. Era's going to be out 98 seconds, nothing for him. The Darkseer has returned with a vacuum wall, and, well, the illusions from Big Daddy don't seem to be holding up too well. Oh, nice little bump back of the Lotus Orb is going to force Big Daddy to hit himself in the noggin with a concussive shot, but it doesn't matter. Limp is back. We'll get a double kill here, it looks like, and possibly a triple taking down Big Daddy. Double buyback. They want to end this out.
Keep on going forward. Tusk is going to end up falling as well. That's a buyback on the Alchemist. He's coming back in a second.
But
Right
this is
click
it.
on
This
the
was
left.
their last hope, and he is gone. 136 seconds, no buyback. Jonas is going to be the follow-up.
GG, my friends.
Got to applaud NiP with
Fought
their
to the
resilience and never say die. But Monkey Business put together a great game plan, and the Alchemist, I guess you could say, was pretty rich that game.
he was doing whatever the hell he wanted. And it looked like NiP handled him pretty well in the early game. I mean, they ended up going to a really bad start. They were able to make a bit of a comeback as they were getting towards the end of the laning stage with solid rotations. Queen of Pain able to make kills. She took him out with that really solid Sonic Wave in the mid lane, but it just wasn't enough. Once he was, I mean, they were also able to take his stacks too.
Yeah.
I don't even know. It just seems like there's not a whole lot that you can do at a certain point once you get to that level.
Early lanes, though, I felt like they just lost their lanes too badly. Like the Darkseer Spirit Breaker lost their lane top because of the Undying rotation, and they lost bottom. AM just the two deaths in the early game just was. I think they just never got enough time to recover from their early game laning loss. It was just too hard to recover from that position against the Alchemist. Way too difficult.
Is this a scary enough strategy where NiP might need to just ban out the Alchemist at the start so they don't have to risk going against this kind of a lineup again?
I think banning it out is a solution. The other way of dealing with it is just to try and not pick too greedy because they have anti-mage against Alchemist.
Yeah.
You're going into a bad trade in the sense that the Alchemist would peak a lot faster, so you have a time,
it's like
you have a time.
Your options are either what we thought they were going to be looking to do, split push and take it
but
further.
They lost the early lane.
So do you have to battle that with even more aggressive push, like even sooner before the Alchem
I
peak?
think you just not pick too greedy against Alchemist. You just try to have a lineup which peaks faster, so you pressure the Alchemist. We saw the few games where Alchemist failed. He got ganked. He got pressured so hard that he couldn't come online. Those are the games where Alchemist lost. Whereas when Alchemist, you see, Alchemist is so farm. Those are the games where the opponents try to outgreed the Alchemist.
Yeah.
So maybe something along the lines of like a DK or some other sort of safe lane, some safe lane
early
carry.
siege.
I don't think
Pugna
the mid
would be
lane
a
was the issue with the Queen against Alchemist was understandable with the Spirit Breaker. It was just the other lanes where they had to put a lot of attention on the anti-mage because anti-mage is a slow boomer. He needs time.
Well, we'll have to see if game number 2, NiP want to consider battling out the Alchemist again, or if they're going to test Monkey Business and pulling out a different kind of strategy, and we'll have to see how NiP are going to be able to approach that because they are now down 1 game. Monkey Business 1 win away from securing their trip to Frankfurt here. So very exciting stuff. KoTL Guy, WinteR, and of course Lyrical will be back in just a moment for game number 2 of who's playing right now? Monkey Business versus NiP?
You're getting dumped.